Bonjour à tous! Bienvenue à ma chaîne YouTube aujourd'hui. Merci d'être ici et bon visionnage. Today on my workbench I have Claudio's QuadraFire brand Pellet Stove Controller. This is a model TASSB-93V.12A, serial number 29697. Claudio sent me this one because he was hearing some ticking inside the box and it was causing other functions of his pellet stove to work erratically. So after discussing that with him, I agreed that he could send it to me. I received it earlier today, then I did some troubleshooting work on it. I found the issues with it, I made the repairs, tested it, and it's all functioning correctly once again. So now it's time to do final test before I return it to Claudio. As you can see, the controller is connected to my test system via a wiring harness. The test system is made up of course, a wiring harness, but an indicator light here, just like the call for heat indicator you have on the rear of your stove, a wall-mounted type thermostat, just like you have at home. I don't have a fire pit and I don't have a fire, but I do have a thermocouple simulator here, which simulates the temperature as seen by the thermocouple over the fire pit in your stove. I have a faceplate which holds an actual auger at the back. The auger comes through to the front. At the front I have an X marks the spot decal, so when the controller is calling for the auger to drive, you'll see the X marks the spot decal on the auger shaft spin. You'll also hear it in the video, and you'll see one of the lights at the back come on. Speaking of those light bulbs, there's 4 of them. The first one simulates the igniter. The second one in blue simulates the combustion fan, that's the firebox fan. In yellow we have the auger simulator. That simulator here will come on, you'll hear the auger come on here as well, and you'll see it spin. And at the far end in red, I have a convection or room fan simulator. For this controller, that light will not come on. In your stove, that light is connected to a thermal switch, and that thermal switch determines when that light comes on or off. So the body of the stove has to be hot enough to blow warm air into the room before that fan will come on. So as you can see, I'm ready to go here. None of the lights are on. I'm at 66 degrees Fahrenheit for the room temperature. I'm not calling for heat, and the controller's been on for a while. In fact, it's been on for probably 45-50 minutes. I turned everything off as far as the call for heat goes, and after about 20 minutes the combustion fan went off as expected. That's because there's 5 timers inside the control box here. They do different things, but one of them is to control when the combustion fan comes on and off, and I know that all 5 of those timers are functioning correctly since I checked them all out. So we're powered up, we're at 66 degrees Fahrenheit in the room, we're not calling for heat as we don't see the light come on, and everything is idle. So if I do a call for heat by adjusting the thermostat, there we have it. We see that the green light has come on. Neither one of the lights on here has come on, so we're still a little on the low side temperature wise. The element is on now, so it's going to start glowing red underneath the firebox, and the auger motor is spinning, which means it should be dropping pellets into the fire pit, providing there's pellets in the hopper. So under those conditions, things continue to happen this way for about 2 minutes before the auger will shut itself off. Again, that's because one of the timers inside the box is going to determine how long that's going to take before it shuts off. So as we stand here, the fire pit is slowly warming up, fresh pellets are being dropped into it, and the temperature of the fire pit and the thermocouple will rise, and when we reach 300 degrees Fahrenheit, we'll see the green light come on. And I say that because I've pre-tested that, but I wrote on the controller itself that the green light will come on at 310 degrees Fahrenheit and the red light will come on at 1440 degrees Fahrenheit. So currently I'm at 221 degrees, the fire is just starting to build, and as I approach 310, we see the green light has come on. So let me decrease that a little bit. Off, on, off, on. So as we hover around the 310 degrees Fahrenheit point, we can make that light come on and off. So now as more pellets are being dropped into the fire pit, the igniter is on, the fire is warming and warming, so we'll increase the temperature up to about 1440 degrees. As we do that, when we get there, we'll see the green light stay on, and the red light will come on. There we're at 1300 degrees, 1340, 1423, so we're really close. We still don't have a red light, we still have the igniter on, we're still dropping pellets, and as we go, we just saw the red light has come on and the igniter has gone off. That means that we have a hot fire So there's no point in using up electricity to try to keep the fire going. It's going on its own. The auger continues to drive pellets into the firebox because we're calling for heat with the thermostat. So in this situation, we'll continue dumping pellets into the fire pit. The fire will continue to grow. It'll roar. That will eventually cause the body of the stove to heat up to a point where the thermal switch goes on, the convection fan will come on and blow warm air into the room. That cycle will continue going until the temperature of the room itself rises to a point where the thermostat says that's enough, let's cool down a little bit. So it'll stop calling for heat. As we see, the call for heat light has gone off, yet our fire is still roaring because we're at 1450 degrees Fahrenheit, but we're no longer dropping pellets into the fire pit. That means that slowly the fire in the fire pit will diminish. It'll diminish. The room will start cooling slowly to the point where the thermostat will say, oh, let's call for heat again. So it calls for heat. We see more pellets are being dropped into the fire pit once again. The red light is still on. The fire will start rebuilding. It'll rebuild and start to the point where it's really roaring. Heat will be thrown into the room, and the thermostat will say one more time, no more heat please. So everything stops. The auger stops. The fire will continue and slowly diminish until the cycle repeats itself and we call for heat. That cycle will continue on and off just like that until somebody actually turns off the thermostat, or we run out of pellets in the hopper, and then the fire will cool completely and shut itself down. So at some point somebody's going to walk into the room and say, we don't need to heat it so much anymore, or it's way too hot, let's turn the fire off. So they've turned off the thermostat, so we can't call for heat anymore. The fire will now start diminishing because no new pellets are being pushed into the firebox by the auger, and it will diminish to the point where, whoops, we just lost our red here. We're not calling for heat, so everything is fine. We continue decreasing as the fire temperature drops. As we go below 310 degrees Fahrenheit, we'll see the green light here will go off. At 5, 4, there we go. The green light has gone on, and the room will reach a steady state of approximately 60 degrees where we were before. So everything is working fine. The firebox is now cool. Because of the timer inside the box, the combustion fan will run for approximately 20 more minutes until everything is cold inside the firebox and it's certain that it's safe to shut things down. I've checked that out and it works correctly. So Claudio, there you have it, a demonstration that your pellet stove controller is fully functional once again. I also checked out the interface box that you sent me. Everything looks good in there. You can just reinstall that. You'll be good to go. So Claudio, I want to thank you very much for sending me your controller for repairs. I appreciate that very much. If you or anybody else watching this video has questions about their own pellet stove controller, please feel free to contact me. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about that, whether it's for a QuadraFire brand controller, USSC brand, or a Breckwell brand. I'd be more than happy to speak to you about those. If you do want to contact me, you'll find my contact information in a link in the video description just below this video. Please feel free to use that. In the meantime, I hope that you'll take a few seconds to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.